Okay, so we are going to learn about how to calculate when you have stoichiometric exercise. Okay, for this questions one, let's do question one first. Okay, so the question is how many mole of HCl required to react with 0.5 mole of zinc? When you have this kind of questions, the first thing that you need to do, okay, for the first step is write the balance if equation. If the equation is not given, so you have to write the balance equation. The next step is write the stoichiometric equation. Compare what you need. I will show you how to write the stoichiometric equation. And the step 3, you do your calculation after you write your stoichiometric equation. Okay. So let's start. So the question is how many mole of HCl required to react with 0.5 mole of zinc? So here we don't have the equation. So you need to write the balance equation. Okay, first step, write the balance equation. So HCl plus with zinc, we have zinc chloride plus with hydrogen gas. As you can see here, the amount of hydrogen on the right side is 2, while the amount of hydrogen, okay, on the left side is 1. So make sure you balance the equation by adding coefficient 2 in front of HCl. And then make sure you check the left equation. Okay, the amount of atom on the left equation is always equal to the amount of product on the right side. Okay, so you have passed step 1. So now let's move to step 2. For step 2, you need to write the stoichiometric equation. Stoichiometric equation is based on step 1. So you know here from equation. So what we need to compare. So back to the question. We need to compare between HCl and also zinc. So we should write from equation 2 mole HCl will react with 1 mole of zinc. So the question needs how many mole of HCl required when it reacts with 0.5 mole of zinc. Therefore, if we have 0.5 mole of zinc, then how many mole HCl needed? So from here we finish step 2. So we done with step 2. So for step 2, to make it simple, I just put the amount of HCl needed by unknown Y. So let's continue with the calculation. Okay, to do the calculation, it's just like what you learn in maths. Okay, we do the cross multiply ataupun you lebih tahu tentang darab silang. Therefore, 2 HCl darab dengan 0.5 equal to 1 darab dengan Y. Okay, the unknown. So now you need to find the value of Y. 2 times 0.5 will equal to 1. Therefore, 1 equal to 1Y. Hence, Y equal to 1 mole of HCl. Therefore, the answer is 1 mole of HCl required to react with 0.5 mole of zinc. The other way you can do is, it's the same thing. You will get the same answer. Just take 0.5 mole of zinc, divide by 1 mole of zinc times by 2 mole of HCl. Okay, so 0.5 divide by 1 times by 2. The answer is still 1 mole of HCl. Okay, both methods are the same. Okay, so This is the calculation that you need to do to solve the stoichiometric questions. So we continue to question 2. For question 2, how many grams of aluminium hydroxide will react with 5.3 mole of HCl? So sebelum ni, kita belajar tentang cara nak cari mole yang react ataupun mole yang needed. So untuk soalan ni minta cari gram. Okey, untuk cari berat. Berapakah berat aluminium hydroxide yang akan bertindak balas dengan 5.3 mole of HCl? Okay, so the equation is given. The valence equation is given, so we can skip step 1. Okay, we just proceed to step 2. So step 2 from equation. So let's see what we need to compare. So we need to compare HCl with aluminium hydroxide. Both are reactant. Okay, HCl, aluminium hydroxide are both reactant. So we compare between these two. So we just write like before, from equation 3 mole HCl will react with 1 mole aluminium hydroxide. Okay, so before I forget, okay, for this question, when we need to find the mass, we have extra step. Step 1, write the balance equation. Check. Step 2, write the stoichiometric equation. We are doing this now. Step 3, find number of mole. Step 4, you find the mass. So there are 4 steps. Before this, we only have 3 steps for question 1. But for questions 2, we have 4 steps. So let's finish our stoichiometric equation. So from equation, 3 mole of HCl will react with 1 mole of aluminium hydroxide. Okay, if 5.3 mole HCl, so how many mole aluminium hydroxide is needed? Okay, so we need to find the number of mole of aluminium hydroxide needed first before we can find the mass. Okay, so let's do the calculation. We find the number of mole needed first. Okay, so let's do the calculation. What we can do here is 5.3 mole HCl divided by 3 mole HCl times by 1. So what is the answer? Can you calculate it for me? 5.3 divided by 3. So wait, I try to calculate it. 5.3 divided by 3 equal to 1.7766. So you get here 1.767 mole of aluminium hydroxide needed. Okay, make sure you when you want to write the number of mole, make sure you have 1, 2, 3, 4 significant figures. It's very important, okay, to do that. We already know the number of mole of aluminium hydroxide on step 3. Okay, so now we proceed to step 4, where we want to find the mass of aluminium hydroxide needed. As you can see here, I already put the mass of aluminium hydroxide, which is 78 gram mole minus 1. Okay, so we want to find the mass. Do you still remember how we can find mass from mole? The formula is mole equal to mass over molar mass. Okay, so we have the number of mole, which is 1.767 mole, and also we already have the molar mass of aluminium hydroxide. Let's do the maths. Okay, so 1.767 mole equal to mass, the one we need to find, divide by 78 gram mole minus 1. As you can see here, unit plays a major units are very important. Okay, units play a major role. It's very important. Your final answer must have correct unit. So make sure you cancel the correct unit. Okay, now we can cancel mole, and this mole we can cancel, so we left with gram. So 1.767 times 78, you will get the answer is 137.8 gram. Therefore, this is the mass of aluminium hydroxide needed. Okay, now you get the final answers. Okay, so the mass of aluminum hydroxide needed is 137.8 gram. Now we move to next question. What quantity of HCl in gram can a tablet with 0.75 gram of aluminum hydroxide consume? Okay, so the question is 0.75 gram of aluminium. Dia bagi gram aluminium, dia minta gram HCl. So when you get this kind of question, the first step is always find the number of moles. So here number of moles that you need to find first is aluminium hydroxide. So you find the number of moles, then after you do the calculation, you will get 9.615 times 10 to the power negative 3 mole of aluminium hydroxide. So after you get the number of a mole of aluminum hydroxide, the second step you need to do is do the stoichiometric equation, because the question 1 HCl in grams. So when the question 1 HCl in gram, it means you need to find the number of mole of HCl first. So from equation, we know that 3 mole HCl will react with 1 mole of aluminum hydroxide. If we have 9.615 times 10 to the power of negative 3 aluminum hydroxide, what will be the number of mole of HCl? You do the math, you do the calculation, then you will get is equal to 0.0288 mole of HCl. Okay, so the last step after you find the mole of HCl, the last step is find the mass of HCl. So mole equal to mass divided by molar mass. So number of mole you have 0.0288 mole equal to mass, the one that you want, over molar mass of HCl is 36.5 G mole minus 1. So make sure you always cancel out the unit, you all cancel out the mole with the mole. So the mass of HCl that you will get is equal to times 36.5 equal to 1.0529 gram HCl. So this is the answers. This is the mass of the HCl that is required, okay, or consumed with 0.75 gram of aluminum hydroxide.